up, you level monkeys? I want to talk about gambits. Gambits are super hard to pull off. Unfortunately, they are necessary for us to pull off this major order. So there are three requirements to pull off a gambit: time, enemy resistance, and the DSS being active. Time is crucial. Everything is going to pull down to time. This is the base thing about everything in this game. Down to major orders, to gambits, to liberations. I mean, everything is time. The longer the defense campaign on a planet is, the easier it is to pull off a gambit. The higher the resistance rating is on a planet, the harder it is to liberate that planet, which takes more time from the defense gambit. Then we need the DSS um, active on that planet. We need the HOD active, which is the high ordnance distribution, or we can have I think it's called the Eagle Storm, put on that Gambit planet to increase the time it takes for that defense to complete. There's also different things called double gambits, triple gambits. They're more rare to see. They're more active on the bot front than they are a bot and bug front than they are to see on the Illuminate front. Usually Illuminate only attack one planet at a time from one planet. They're usually higher. Again, with this major order that's going on, gambits are crucial here. For us to pull off this major order and to hit back at the enemy, we need to pull off some gambits. This could have been a successful gambit. This was a 48-hour defense campaign. We could have pulled out a gambit. Same with this one that happened on Al-Raf. Easy gambit. Happened from Oasis. Even lower resistance rating than it is on Senge. Everything boils down to just time. Gambits are hard to pull off. Again, liberations are always slower than defense campaigns. That's not always the case though. And then another thing is the distribution of democracy. Well, how do you find that really? You can't really find that in game. The only way to really find that is using the Helldivers Tia Companion app. Unfortunately, the bug divers do take a significant amount of that. Right now they're focusing on Turek. Again, that's 0.7% an hour. We can only put a max liberation rate on a planet is 10%. That it seems low, but when you put into account that how much time is put into a major order or leading up to that major order, it's pretty small. This is the pie chart. Right now we have around 40% of Helldivers participation. You can put a max liberation of 4% on that. But since it is a city planet and it has more health than a usual planet, it's not going to be 4%. Again, you're probably wondering, oh, why isn't there, 2% of being a 2% of a liberation progress happening here? When you look at the entire bug front, there are many pockets of people all through this, and that affects this planet here. Again, there are people here that are doing nothing. They're just sitting here just to sit here. Again, they're probably AFK, or they're not completing missions. They're just doing that for super credits, super credit farming. I find that annoying, but it happens. And again, the reason why it's also not happening up here in bug front. Again, that's why it's not 2%. It's because 40% of the helldiver population is on this planet as well, which also brings down the liberation rate here as well. Because I think this is a nope, it's 1 million HP planet. Again, if you want to look more into this, this is the Helldivers companion app. Please look at it. If you have a phone, you have a computer, please look at it.